Everyone, this is Sakshi. I'm an IELTS trainer. I'm training my students from 5 years, and it's a awesome journey. And I love to train two students. So I'm basically a spoken trainer, a spoken English trainer, and an IELTS trainer. So I love to train two people, and I belong to New Delhi, and I'm linked to UrbanPro, and so this is my introduction. So and I want to start my presentation, and I want to share my presentation with you as an IELTS introduction, that how we book the paper and how we what is the format of IELTS that they follow. So this is my presentation for as an IELTS introduction. So basically there are four parts: the listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So as the students who are not aware of that, how to book a paper and what are the sections, so I'll start from introduction. So IELTS full form is International English Language Testing System, and you have to book your paper to go to abroad or to get the work visa, or if you're going for studies, you can go for academics, or you can go for IELTS General. So basically, there are two bodies of IELTS, British Council and IDP Australia. So it's your preference. What do you want to go? Where you want to book the paper? For example, I'm a British Council person. So I will always, of course, I want to book from British Council, or you can book from IDP Australia. The format is the same. Just it's the brand preference. That's it, because they have both have the paper based and the computer based format. So depend on specific person, what do you want to do, a paper based or a computer based? Because I am a person who are not a like technological savvy person, so I always want to go for the paper base. So that is a reference. It's just your preference, what you want to do. And the paper duration is 2 hours 40 minutes, and you have to book your paper. And if you are booking paper, so for one day you have listening, reading, writing, and for another day you have the speaking section. And speaking section, it's for 11 to 14 minutes, and the rest section is for one day, and the speaking section is for another day. And they have 14,000 fees. You can book the paper from their site, and they will give the venue, and they will give you dates according to the schedule they have. So let me start with listening section. So listening section is basically it's for 40 minutes, and they have sections 4, and they have question 40. For example, you're doing paper based kind of paper. So you have 30 minutes to do all the questions, and 10 minutes for to attempt your answer. And for example, you are going for computer based, so only you have 40 minutes to do your listening section. So they will not give 10 minutes extra. So for paper based, they give 30 minutes and 10 minutes extra to copy your answer. So that is the difference between paper based and computer based. So basically, we have 4 sections in IELTS reading. So let's start with listening one. So listening one is a conversation between two people that we do in a social context. For example, our travel agencies and giving the travel accommodations, and he's telling if he book the any trip, he's somebody is planning for a trip. So that is a travel agent and the person. There's a conversation between two people. And the section two, it's a kind of monologue. So monologue means that somebody is telling someone. So for example, I'm giving a monologue to you guys about IELTS. So I'm the speaking, I'm telling about specific topic. So now section 3 is about 2 to 4 people set in a educational or training context. For example, a university tutor discussing about some assignment, that for example in colleges, some trainer is giving some specific topic to students. So that's the section 3. So last is section 4, is also a monologue. It's on little bit on a big scale. For example, a professor is giving some huge presentation, or a thesis, or someone researcher who's giving their thesis to large group of people. So that is the section 4. So section 4 is quite tricky as compared to section 1 to section 3. So that is the difference between section 4 and section 1 to 3. So it's quite easy, but you have to practice a lot in listening section. This is a sample audio that I have put for you for my students to understand that what is the listening audio they give to you in paper. So it is a kind of glimpse that I have tried to and show you to understand that how we listen to the audio and how we mark the answers after 30 minutes of time when in your answer sheets. Exactly.
Recording 3. 1. I'm not sure, but I think it starts with an F. 2. No, I'm pretty sure it's double L. 3. Is that M for Mary? 4.
Sorry, was that last letter a T or a C?
5. Do you know if it's spelt with a CH or SH?
So, as you have listened, this is a kind of audio they play in your exam. So, you have to listen to the audio very carefully. So, you have to mark the answers after 30 minutes of time because they will play this audio once. And for example, I'm playing audio because you're my student, you're learning from me, so I can play it twice. But that at that time they have only 40 minutes to do all the listening questions. So you have to listen very carefully, then mark your answers. So that is about listening section, and this is a kind of sample sheet that I have put for your reference. So this is about IELTS listening answer sheet, and you have to mark your answers in like that you can see in this on the screen. That's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to mark your answers in the it just in this listening sheet. This is a listening answer sheet. So you have to mark your answer. For example, for first question, you have D section, D option. In second, you have B option. So you have to write by in capitals that this is my answer. So this is a kind of a sample sheet that I put for you. Okay, so then I come to the reading section. So reading section is like 60 minutes we have three passages and we have 40 questions for that. And if I talk about academic is for those people who want to study in the abroad, and general is for those people who work for their work visas or want to settle down in specific country, for example, in US or in Canada or any Australia, any other country. So and this content is taken from, if I talk about academics, they have taken from books, journals, magazines, newspapers. Authentic content is taken from these specific books, and there are three long passages. And if I talk about general, we have two short passages and one long passages. And in content, academic wise, if I talk, that's a more descriptive and more factual. And while if I talk about the general content, it's more about everyday context that we what we talk to people. So it is their language is more easy as compared to academics. So, but for if I talk about vocabulary, you have to grow your vocabulary in both academic and general because they in the reading section they change the synonyms. The meaning is the same, but they change the words. So you have to scan the passage very clearly, and you should have to maintain your vocabulary according to the IELTS level. So that they change the synonyms, but the meaning is the same. So you have to read the passage very carefully to write your answers. And so this is a kind of a sample I have put for you guys. So this is the academic sample. Really, it's about right and left-handed in humans. So you have to read the passage very carefully, skimming basically. You don't because you have 60 minutes of time. You can't read one line because in you have to do three long passages and you have only 60 minutes. They will not give you one extra minute also. So you have to read this passage in 60 minutes, all three long passages, and then you have to do your questions. So this is a kind of a sample sheet they give you for reading sections, like 1 to 40 is the questions, and you have to write your answers in this sample sheet. And okay, so next I come to the writing section. Writing section is for 60 minutes, and we have two tasks in that. So first task, if I talk about academics, for first task diagrams, a report writing basically. And it can become as a diagram, as a table, as a short piece of text, and or any kind of information that if they give, for example, they give you like this. If for example they give you a graph, and they have to tell that what are the development come between say 1868 and 1994 in village of Chirulu Woods. So you have to write report writing. In report writing, basically, you don't have to make your assumption. You just have to make the facts and figures that are given in the graph, because you can't make assumptions reported because it's already happened. It's the era between 1868 and 1994. You can't write your points. You have to just focus on the facts and figures that are given in this graph. So then I come to the general. In general, you have letters. They give you letter writing. For example, it can be any. It's a semi-formal, formal, informal, any kind of letter writing they can give you. So you have to thoroughly practice all three types of letter writing in your IELTS writing section. So then I come to the task two. For academics and general, the task two is the same. It's about essay writing. In essay writing, you have to write the essay, and you can give examples. You can support your uh, argument with the example. So that is a letter writing. In IELTS general and IELTS academic, both same for task two, but task one is different for academics and general. Okay, so then I come to the IELTS speaking. So IELTS speaking is for 11 to 14 minutes, and we have three tasks. So let me come first to the introduction and the interview round. So introduction, we have to give our introduction, that what is the background, and why we are applying to Canada or Australia or US or any kind of country. And so they will ask you about your hobbies. Can give you a random situation, that for example, what is your favorite cuisine. For example, I said that my favorite cuisine is biryani. So they will told me that why you love biryani, and what different restaurant you visit on weekends. So this kind of introduction they give you, they make you comfortable with them, because they have to record that video. And so start task two is long run. So long run is basically they give you one situation, and they will ask you question. It's for 2 to 3 minutes. And task three depend on the task two. That for example, they have asked you about shopping. So they give you brief for example, if you want to buy some dress, where you will go. You go to Madame, or you go to Lifestyle. So they will give you random questions, but depend on the task two. And task two and task three are interrelated, because it is about long run, and the task three is a discussion based on the task two. So that is the speaking sections for 11 to 14 minutes. And it is more of an interactive session with your examiner, who sits there and record your video. That is for 11 to 14 minutes. So that is all three sections of speaking section. And that is it. So this is about IELTS introduction, that whoever wants to give IELTS, so go for it, and all the best. Thank you so much.